Will Barton at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw's good to cap off the three-point play as they draw a tiny bit closer. Howard to Kyle Anderson. Trying to cash in. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side given how they're defending. Knocked loose. Barton into the front court. He'll run the offense. Stuffs it down with authority. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Jonas Valanciunas swats it. Slam dunk.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him, make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
And they call it.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Nope, first one does not go. Second one's good. Splits the pair. That misses with 2 seconds to go. That ends the third quarter, and a nice advantage for the Grizzlies. The basketball to start the fourth quarter. And, Jay, they have got to get something going quick. They have not looked good at all through 3 quarters.
Well, here's the problem. Guys are out here a little bit lethargic, a little bit lackadaisical, and sometimes great teams think they can just turn the light switch on whenever they want. That's not the way great teams need to operate to win championships. That light needs to stay on all the time.
Knocked loose. Taken away by the Grizzlies.
Ooh, I think people are leaving already.
Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
To Jaren Jackson. From long range. Can't connect. To Porter. Slam dunk, Will Barton.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs to guard on the next play down the court.
Has a chance. Hand in his face. Still hits. You don't see that very often.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Jokic to Porter. Not done yet. Josh Jackson sends it away to Valanciunas. Has a look. Not that time.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
To Valanciunas. Jonas Valanciunas. He's now 5 for 6.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Barton here against Jones. Memphis, they've got it. And the finish at the rim.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than it was defense.
Add 2 points to the board.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, short. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Oh, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Gary Harris trying to cash in on the three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw good for the three-point play. It's back to a 14-point game. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Tyler Zeller at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 76% from the line. Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Knocked loose. Picked up by Memphis. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
Hey, this is my man right here. Y'all get yours. I got ball.
To Jackson. Short jumper misses.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
And a nice finish at the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Grizzlies. Substitution being made in this one. Murray into the front court. Trailing by 15. Dwight Howard able to recover with the block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
It's Grizzlies ball. Count the basket inside.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Millsap. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Gary Harris at the line for 2 shots. He's perfect from the line so far. And he makes them both.
Get your money, man.
To Jackson. Jaren Jackson. To Jackson. Goes to the left side. Oh, pass stolen by the Nuggets.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Paul Millsap. The defense is to start paying attention. He's 5 for 5 for the field.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Millsap can't connect from in close.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
Pass there, taken away by Denver.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Murray into the front court. Down by 15. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
To Jackson. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Dwight Howard sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Josh Jackson above the rim on that.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Murray with it. His guys down big, taken away by the Grizzlies.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Here's Jackson down low. And the finish, slam dunk. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Whoa, what a finish.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Nearing impossible. No getting through.
5, Ed. That's 5 blocks tonight.
Off the mark. Grizzlies get the victory as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Grizzlies got themselves a win here today. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Memphis Grizzlies. The Nuggets didn't lose big, but it wasn't exactly close either. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Denver Nuggets.
Game track. Defense. Player of the game.
Dwight Howard could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Here are the top 3 plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
And here we've got the remaining games. This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.